Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you are in the cosmos. And the camera just died. Great. There we go. AJ Dodgestar reporting for duty, and as always, when we're doing Gunpla build and chat, there's always technical difficulties with this camera. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Welcome on in. Hope you're having a nice day. Hope everyone's having a nice, chill Saturday. Gonna get some more work done on the real grade new Gundam. Which, funny thing is, if I remember correctly, Stream 1, Stream 2, Stream 3. 3 streams to get this far. So best crack on and get the torso done, eh? Oh, also what I'm gonna do is I have the... Oh, but I've got it kind of muted on my end right now, but is the background music too loud? The BGM. Check. It sounds... Might lower it a tiny bit. There we go. 20%. The BGM is at 20%. Which really makes you think how loud that song is normally. God. All right. We need to get this built. Problem with real grade, there's so many small parts. It's taking way longer. I was looking at my archives, and like when we did the high grade Gundam, RX-93, that was 4 streams, including all the weapons. This is 3 streams so far, and we're only there. Uh-oh. This could take a while. I suppose that's the thing with real grades and the case of master grades as well. Even perfect grades are probably even more complicated. The more complicated it is, the longer it takes to build. But at least you get money's worth, right? Right. Let us begin. Where are the parts? We got the H runner, the D runner, and the A runner. The H runner, the D runner, and the A runner appears to be all the parts we need for the inner part. Hey Dot, how you doing? Welcome on in. Intimidated by real grades? Yeah, Bob, yeah. Real grades can be intimidating. Actually, the second kit I ever built was a real grade strike. Gunpla wise, not model kit in general. Like, I had the box sitting behind me on the bed. I'm just trying to find everything. Yeah. Basically, work your way through like different grades over time. And eventually, you find the ones you like the most. Right? Find which one I'm looking for. Hang on. We turned away from the camera for a second. Ow, buddy. Table leg. Need the D-runner? We need the D-runner. Okay. There's a D, H, and the A. Okay. Ooh, MG Tolgies. Nice, 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 nice. I haven't built an MG in a while. In fact, I've only built one. My RX-93 3.0. Either... What's this? There's an A. There we go. Found all the runners I need. A chair. Problem is, actually, I have the box with all the runners behind me on my bed. Only problem is, the corner of the bed is at the exact right height that I can whack the adjustment lever from my chair off it. There's been several times where I've just hit it and then my chair just starts going down. I'm like, oh crap. Alright, ready first age runners. B1 close. There we go. The spares and the mannequins. Super ones. I like master grids. I've got a master grid strike, L strike. The Eclipse from the Eclipse manga, which I've not even read that yet, but it looks so cool. I got it. Hakushiki and Zeta Gundam. I have 4 master grids sitting there. This I haven't touched. Because, you know, once you start down the rabbit hole, you can't be stopped. 25 and 26, 27 and 17. Okay. A lot of parts. Like the addiction that is Gunpla. Yep. That's that part there. And then 27, 26. Oh, they're identical parts. Interesting. Near identical. Not complete. Ah, wait, no. I see. They are different. Ooh, dog, you watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners? Nice. That's a very good anime. And it made me want to play Cyberpunk again. But I loaded up my save after I watched it. I was like, I forgot what I was doing. I'm not going to do this anymore. I need to start a whole new save, I think. The rabbit hole. Yeah, the rabbit hole is real. And a new show comes out, like Witch from Mercury, which then comes up with new Gunpla, and then you have to get those as well because it's new and it's interesting. And then sometimes like, oh, I really like the Origin high grades. Those are really, really good. And then I start thinking, oh no, there's a lot of P-Bandai variants that I want to get my hands on, you know, which I definitely have a bunch of P-Bandai pre-orders waiting. Hey Maru, how you doing? Oh, camera, Doko. There we go. I need to replace this thing, honestly. Because, like, the one tracking my face is an older camera. And yet, it works better than this one. That's all the H100s need for now. Replaying Cyberpunk. Nice, nice, nice. Origin. Yeah, the Origin high grades are so good. Yeah, because I saw your stream with the RX-78. That was... I still need to do the RX-78. But I do have the Kukuru's Dewan's Island version on pre-order. Which obviously is slightly different coloration and markings. And of course P-Bandai because it's from a movie. Same with Dewan's Zaku 2. Because that one's got so many parts on it are new. That one being P-Bandai makes perfect sense. It's a unique mold. Love Gunpla backlog. Huge. Yeah, the 3G Witch kits. Oh, you getting the Jago? Yeah. Yeah, I've got that Zaku in pre-order. I think it should be out for my birthday in April, I think, roughly. At least for here. Well, this is where I may share my secrets of how do you get P-Bandai in the UK? Or Europe in general. There is a website called Hobby Frontline. Hobby Frontline is an online retailer of model kits based in the Republic of Ireland. And they get P-Bandai on pre-order. Not all of it, but some of it. I literally, this was obviously a while ago. is I remember when the pre-orders went up originally for the Dewan's Island, Gundam and Dewan Zaku. I remember it going up, missing the pre-order and going, oh, damn it. And then I remember just sitting at work waiting for like to start because I got there early. And then I just checked my phone like a couple weeks later. I just checked my phone, saw the second batch of pre-orders went up, and just while waiting to start work, pre-ordered them on my phone. Because I was like, oh hell no, I'm not waiting this time. And it's a good thing I did, because the time I got home, they were sold out. I haven't seen the Rose Gunman on there yet. Even though I've not watched G Gundam, the Rose Gundam looks amazing. I feel like the only reason it P Bandai, or should be P Bandai, is because it comes with effect parts. That's like the only thing that would make it P Bandai worthy. Or the fact that the they've made the Death Scythe Hell P Bandai. Like, just Japan confirming that actually that Wing's not very popular in Japan. Right. But yeah, Mara, you should definitely keep an eye on Hobby Frontline. I check there like at least every week. Whenever I hear something on pre-order, I'll know it might pop up in there maybe a week later. Because obviously they get some of the P Bandai, but a lot less. Hell, I still actually got so I already have the Lancelot Nightmare frame. The old high grade from Kogias. And of course, last year they brought out the Lancelot Albion as P Bandai, which I pre-ordered it a year ago, but that was part of the second batch, not the first batch. So the first batch is come and gone. Even Gundam Mad got a couple of them in, but I already put deposits. I'm like, I can't cancel it and buy it outright. So I'm still waiting over a year for that Lancelot. Yeah, ultimate P Bandai. You know what surprises me? It's not P Bandai. It's like every kit from Kukuru's Dewan's Island is P Bandai, except the gun cannon. Every other kit for the movie is P Bandai, except for the gun cannon. It's in standard release, even though it technically fits the P Bandai sort of idea of being a mold of an older kit. So I naturally have two gun cannons on pre-order. One for Kai, one for Hayato. Basically, if it's been available in Hobby Frontline and it's from Kukuru's Dewan's Island, it's on pre-order. And I've not even seen the movie. I just love the Origin high grades, and those ones look good. Thinking of like other P Bandai ones where it's slight irritation, like with like the gyms and stuff from the Origin, like the Intercept Gym standard release, Intercept Gym custom with its backpack P Bandai, which is the point. That's the main point of it being Interceptor. It has a giant backpack. But then like the Guard custom, standard release. Variant of the Guard custom, which has different weapons, P Bandai, that's fair. But then both versions of the Gym Sniper custom, the standard one and the one with the missile pods, are both P Bandai. And that one I don't get. If the alternate version was P-Bandai, but the standard version wasn't, that'd be fair. I do often wonder how they decide what's going to be P-Bandai and what's not. Just flip a coin. Sometimes it feels like that. Unless we just went in a random P-Bandai rant. Camera. Loco. There we go. I have to improve my setup for this stuff. Because, I mean, I suppose to make this camera more accessible, it is plugged into my keyboard's USB port. Also, the keyboard's plugged into the back of the PC, and then it's plugged into the keyboard's USB point. Which you're probably thinking, hey, that's maybe the problem. It's not. It's the same thing with the main ports as well. For whatever reason. Oh well. I love how the main body's just like sitting over here, the legs. This took 3 streams to get this far. Because I spend 5 minutes sanding every part. Maybe longer. I'm very pernickety about it. I suppose we also panelinged the legs completely, so including the interior frame. I don't remember, like, write down conversation topics. As soon as a topic ends, I'm like, my brain just goes blank. Right, just because. Can you write? Oh, that there. I know where it is. I don't know why I'm so pernickety about the nubs on parts that are internal, because you're never going to see it unless I choose to make you see it. But I know they're there. I know. Be careful I don't oversand things, because I do that sometimes. Which way runs this going? That way around. This must be like the waist joint, I think. The rate I built kits is actually super slow, which definitely leads to the problem of why my backlog's gotten so massive. Like literally, I'm pretty sure there's not a doubt anymore in it. The backlog is now larger than the ones I've built by a fair margin. Hell, even this real grade. When did this kit come out? 2019? Right? Was it 2019 this came out? I think. I got it the moment it came out in the UK. I just let it sit there for 2 years at least. Could be worse. I have a perfect grade strike freedom in my backlog, which I got in 2018. So you know. That's what happens when a sister's meant to talk you out of buying something doesn't. You were supposed to talk me out of it. Instead she said, I'll just put it on my credit card and you pay me later. I think that backfired, huh? Runner. I feel like my perfect grade strike freedom, that should be a stream project, but also considering the size of the thing, it would take so long to build. Also, I don't think I have enough space for it, which is the other reason I've never built it. I don't know where to put it once I build it. I'm actually running out of shelf space to display my Gunpla. I need to rearrange things. I've got a shelf at the end of my room, which all my Xbox 360 games are on. And like, it's not like I play those games anymore, so maybe I should just clear that shelf and then there's more shelf space. Build a certain fiber and ISD too. Yeah, I mean, a certain fiber and then Imperial Star Destroyer would be pretty good. Oh, actually, no, there's a kit on my wish list of, I don't think they're going to reprint it anytime soon, though. The Bandai did a Star Destroyer, but it had two versions. It had one with the lights and one without. The one with lights is the one you really, really want. I can't remember what scale it was either, though. It might be 1/1000 scale. I need to look it up. But it's one of those kits where, like, it's one of my... Actually, yeah, I'm going to quickly look up, actually. I know exactly where to look. It should be... Let's see. Star Wars. The Hobby Frontline's great because it's all categorized. Ah, yes. Oh, 1/5000 scale Star Destroyer. Standard model, 85 euros. Lighting model, 160 euros. I want them to reprint that because I want one. I want one so bad. Same with like the perfect grade Millennium Falcon. That's 130. No. 148 scale, 135 scale. It's the same scale as like the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter. No, 172nd. That's what it was. 172nd scale. It's the ATST and the newest speeder at 148. Which is slightly annoying that they're not the same scale as everything else. I suppose the smaller ones are at least 1/44. Actually, there's a thought. I do have an ATSD on my... Yep. 144... No, yeah. 1 to 144 scale ATSD versus Gundam. Really puts in perspective how massive a Gundam is. If this is an Imperial Skywalker, which has 2 seats inside there. Oh, I fell over. I think I had his foot kind of wedged under the monitor that was holding him upright. There we go. Yeah, I'll fix it later. He's fine for now. Yeah, but big projects are the ones I always want to do. I've got ideas for like dioramas as well, but it's like I don't have the space to do something like that right now. I've been in the idea of like completely redoing my room. Like I've got an old couch bed, but it takes up a good chunk of it. Not getting used anymore. Because I'm mostly in this chair. I'm never on the couch. Plus the couch has stuff over it, so yeah. I need more storage space. But if I can like get rid of some of the furniture I don't need, have a proper clean out, and then make space for like one, a bigger desk, and then two, maybe a secondary desk closer to the window, so I can put my little spray booth next to it. Then I might paint things a lot more often than I do currently. You know, there's a wish list in my head. Actually getting off my butt to do it is a different matter. Procrastination and hyperfixation. I feel like the hyperfixation thing is very... Why am I lazy? It's not lazy, it's called ADHD. I'm definitely a little bit lazy. Honestly, if I'm hyperfixated on something, it will get done so quickly. There's a point in time where I was like super productive. I feel like as time goes on, I get less and less productive. The lower waist. Am I lined up properly? Yes. Oh, yeah, because that'll be a little cockpit. Okay. Need some H and D and A runner stuff. Cool. D runner. Number D10. Ah, that's part of you. Like staring right at it and it's like ADHD is an excuse. There's a way to circumvent it, yes. But at the same time, it's difficult. H19. I don't spam the hydrate. Stop. I know you want to drown me, but come on. NANI? Yeah, fuck. Why was that so loud? Why was my sound effects so loud? It's normally not that loud. Jesus. Why was that so loud? I thought I turned that one down so it wouldn't be so loud. Hang on, where's my sound alert? Fucking hell. Sound alerts. Oh no. Okay, hydrated. Yeah, that's my alerts. There's Nani. Volume's 100%. Why? Why are they all 100% volume? Why? I lowered them. This software's been glitching out. Half volume. I'm lowering everything to half volume now because, yeah. Some of them are really loud. Who would have thought I'd get jump scared by... Rupert, you hear that Metal Gear Alert sound? That scares the shit out of you when you play that game, so... Which when you're a kid? Being a kid playing Metal Gear for the first time and you just hear the... Blah sound, it scares the crap out of you. Right, I got these parts. What else do I need? A runner. Numbers 18 and 19. Aha, I see them. All the mechanical looking parts. God, there's so much detail in this. I'm not sure how well it shows on camera. Well, look at all that. That's a little bit out of focus because focus in it is crap. But oh well. I moved my too far. Where is it? There we go. There's like so much little detail in here. Yeah, crazy. Super crazy. It'll be cool. It'll look amazing once it's panel lined, but then you're not going to see it because it's hidden behind the armor. Snipping to that. There's some parts here that look like a nub at first glance, like nope, that's a peg. Acquired. Standing time. Right. This bit. I think it just... Oh, actually, that nub's a bit visible. Like, too visible. Now we can sand it off, really, I guess. Gnocchi. Ah, perfect. White plastic. That's also good for... You don't see the nub marks very well. Or any stress marks, because stress mark is white. White plastic, can't see it. Perfect. Doing this part first. My thing is like, I want to sand it every part, bit by bit, or just focus on one part at a time. One part at a time is probably the best part to do it. Everyone's different. So after we do this, now what do we build afterwards? That'd probably be one of the Witch of Mercury kits. But then again, I got the first four, so I've got the Frith, Beggar Bow, Ariel, and Ghouls de Lanza. I don't know if I'll build them all on stream. But then maybe, I don't know. But I feel bad because at the rate this real grade's taking me, I feel like the next batch will be available in the UK by the time I'm done with this. Like the Baldy or Daryl Blade? I keep calling it Daryl Blade for some reason. Daryl Baldy, yeah. That's what the Ghoul uses in the second duel. And then the Baract, which is badass looking. Then it'll be like, oh yeah, of course, Choo Choo's Demi Trainer. Need to have that. I'm so glad we got to see Choo Choo's Demi Trainer actually fight. Because also we saw it, and it's what episode, the 4th episode when it first showed up. Just doing like training stuff. But in that big fight, the team battle was like so freaking cool. It really showed how good Choo Choo is as a pilot. The fact that she was able to hold her own for a little bit against the superior mobile suit. They revealed Gunpla for like season 2, and it was like the Demi Barding, I believe, was the name of the upgraded, like next version up from the Demi Trainer, which has the exact same color scheme as Choo Choo's one. So I'm assuming that's for Choo Choo. I'm so curious where G-Witch will go next with the story. Of course, a lot of people point out, or some people do point out, the fact that at least a lot of the base story is like heavily inspired by the Shakespeare, or no, I guess it's not Shakespeare, but it's an old legend or something. Or is it actual Shakespeare? The Tempest, which has a Prospera and an Ariel. Apparently that does have a happy ending, an old book. So here's hoping G-Witch has a happy ending too. I imagine it's going to be, it's Gundam. It might be a happy ending, but it's going to break your heart on the way there. Like, it might be a happy ending for some characters, but not for everyone. I feel like most Gundam shows tend to have at least a happy, if not bittersweet ending. Like the original Gundam, happy ending. Zeta Gundam definitely wasn't a happy ending. Unless it's the new translation version, the movies. Or they kind of retcon the ending, which essentially retcons the existence of Double Zeta, I guess. Double Zeta had a happy ending. For the most part. Actually, no, yeah, it had a happy ending. Charge Counterattack had a bittersweet ending. The day was saved. But Amuro was lost. Or did he evolve into the next stage of humanity? I feel like Amuro and Char, they have transcended time itself. And Unicorn certainly seems to imply that a little bit. But full frontal. He's just a vessel. He's not the real Shah. Dial him up, go. I can't see it. Did I file it so well I can't see it anymore? That's always a bonus, I guess. I think it was here. Let's see what other ones had happy endings. I mean, Unicorn had a happy ending. Mostly. Seed had a happy ending. For most of the characters. Hell, even Seed Destiny had a happy ending. I don't remember Wing's story at all. I remember characters. I have no memory of the story. I feel like I remember Dual Maxwell and liking him, but when it comes to Wing, I remember Dual Maxwell, the Death Scythe pilot. I remember him being super cool. And I remember kind of liking Zex, Miliardo. War without civility is nothing but slaughter. I can appreciate that. Like the Epyon has no ranged weaponry because it's designed for being chivalrous and getting in close. I appreciate the chivalry and challenging their opponent on equal terms, but I also enjoy shooting people in the head from a mile away. So, you know, sometimes you just need to be sneaky. But there's something I really liked in 00. Lock-On was a very honorable person. The original Lock-On. Like early episodes in 00, like obviously they were always showing on battlefields and like intervening and stuff. I remember one of the things where Lock-On went to I can't remember where he went, but he went to some country, intervening in a war, but they had like really super basic, not even mobile suit like weapons, and he was just like using the pistols, firing near them to like say he didn't want to just execute them essentially. It was like they wouldn't stand a chance. It's like, if you pose a threat, he'll shoot you, but otherwise, he's just trying to scare you off. It's funny, because he's a sniper. I do like that there was one episode in 00 where Lock-On himself actually used a sniper rifle. And it looked very similar to an L-96 Arctic Warfare. Which feels appropriate that you'd have a British-made sniper rifle, I guess. Or inappropriate, maybe, depending on who you are. Well, if this is from Northern Ireland, they would have access from a British rifle, I'd assume. A missed opportunity in the dub, though, to have an Irish actor for him. And then I suppose the reveal of, oh, wait, he's from Ireland? Wouldn't have had any impact if you already heard his accent, I guess. Maybe. Either way, the Lock-On Stratus and the Dynamis, I love it very much. I want the Dynamis and Gundam Evo. I know we already have a sniper unit, so they probably won't add another one in. They've got dedicated Gym Sniper 2. And then they've got... Which way around is this going? This is going here. Wait, is it? Have I got these right way around? Yes, I do. Ah! Dropped a piece. Okay, that goes on there. This goes which way around? It goes up here? Okay. Oh, this is the collarbone. That makes sense. Maybe. What's the collar? Yeah, it must be the collar. No, that feels the wrong way around. Oh no, it just turned. Ah, yeah, okay, I see it now. There's a little knot where it kind of lines into. Ah. I wonder if anyone's made like a fan dub of 00, but would have lock on with an actual thick Irish accent. It'd be funny. Potentially, depending on how good the actor is. Now, has there been a Scottish character in Gundam? I don't think there has. Well, I've seen. I feel like the closest thing to a Scottish character in Gundam that I've seen anyway would be the Archangel's engineer, Mr. Murdoch. Because that's a Scottish name, Murdoch. Or just has origins in Scotland anyway. Alright. I want to... Do I need to paneling yet? Probably not. Yeah, okay. Before putting any armor on, I'll definitely do paneling. Right, I need a 20 and a 17. And that closes off the whole upper torso. Right, a number 20. Super obvious because it's a very unique shape. I need to buy more music for the pack for BGM because I like my Bensound sci-fi tune, but I'm sure it gets a bit repetitive for everyone. As much as I want to use Gundam music, I obviously don't want to get DMC8. I suppose remixes and stuff, I'm not sure if that's allowed. I don't know I haven't double checked the actual legality of that. Some lo-fi stuff would be great. Suppose that won't get auto-flagged, possibly. Don't know. I honestly, that's part of the reason why I only have it stuck to the one BGM currently. I know I used to have like a playlist from Bensound going, but a bunch of the songs in like the crafting category, like just this sort of chill music and stuff, a bunch of it kept getting flagged up, even though it's royalty free and I have permission for it. Because obviously it's from their completely free category. And as a result, there are people out there who download it and then re-upload it as their own and then claim it on other people's videos. Which I got fed up with just having to report that to them constantly. Just use the songs I know. Don't get claimed. I'm fed up of having to deal with Twitch and saying, no, I have permission for this, and then them ignoring me. There's actually one of the previous building chats, I actually had it, got some music flagged, countered it, got unmuted, and then I downloaded it, uploaded it over to YouTube with no issues, and then in that time, after me downloading it, it's then been flagged again, and then the review has been denied. Like, it's the exact same music. Freaking idiots. Which, seriously, your auto detect system is detecting music that's being illegally claimed. Do better. I suppose YouTube has that problem as well. People claim music on someone else's that's not belongs to them, and it's like, you have to go through our procedure to say, no, I actually legally have the right to use it. I guess one of the reasons I stopped playing Star Wars The Old Republic on stream, because most of the music was fine, but there was always one or two pieces of soundtrack that get flagged and then freaking stream. It's like, why that song specifically? But of all the Star Wars music in the game, you flag that one. Why? Yeah, when I played Lego Star Wars, no issue. Well, more of an issue on YouTube, but at least then it's just like any ads are going to the correct people. That's fine. Right. Time for some assembly. Some assembly required. Wait. Oh, that's the... Hang on. I've not failed this part yet. Never mind. Get ahead of myself. I was like, what's this part for? That's the back part. Duh. I dumb. You can hear when I put my arm on my armrest. Oh, not picking up. Okay, never mind. I think when I'm filing, if I'm leaning on my armrest and filing, it's like I can just hear it moving around. It's like, that's annoying. I don't think the microphone's picking up though. So, be fine there. Too shabby. Right. That. Flat surface, that's fine. I realize I file things off camera a lot because it's just a whole habit of pulling up to my face. Also, I think this is the camera position. If I'd had the camera in front of me, pointing down. Also, look how off center I am. This is center to me. Because the camera's here, just because the desk's a weird shape and the table leg's like literally right there. So I can't put my chair any further without whacking the table leg. Which I do with my knee when I turn around to get the parts. It's just funny though. There's an ad starting in 3 minutes. This is the only time where I can actually see the ads coming. Whereas when I'm playing a game, I'm so like engrossed in what I'm doing, I forget about them. It's only 30 seconds. Oh. An issue. Really? All right. That part. This part. Parts. Cool. That goes on to here. Wait, nope, I got it back. Wait. We're saying that's not out of the back because the cockpit goes in front of it still. That goes like so. Then this part comes on over. Ah, that was the cockpit hatch. I forgot it actually moves on a real grid. I mean, there's no pilot inside it, but at least you can have it open. The thing I like about master grids is having the cockpit open and the pilot in it. That's how I've got my Unicorn Gundam displayed. Is it's the one with the mobile suit cage. So I have it in the cage with the cockpit open, so you can see Benager inside it. And I painted him as well, so it was great. Okay. Skeletal interior of a Gundam. Which I might do some paneling on it now because we'll be adding in like the joints and stuff. Which will then. It's a hell of a torso bend because there's nothing in the way. I'll do a bit of paneling on this part just so I have the interior parts done. Before I put more parts in the way. This is why this has been taking so long to build. Will I stop and do this? Thinking about that, some of these parts might be better before I put it together, but oh well. That's what it is. I suppose doing it while it's built like this means any area I can't wipe it down is further in, and thus makes sense, I guess. It would have more dirt. Hold up. Okay, I have to get as close to my face. Can I barely see this one doing? Hang on a second. I have an idea. There's my clock. Knocked it over. I'm pretty sure this can bend up. Yep. Knocked the clock over. This part maybe I should have done before I put it in. That worked pretty well. Close that back over. I'm just gonna see like a little bit of show that. Well, at least you know there's some detail there, even if it is hard to see. Just smudging it with the buffing stick. What's left of it is. It is kind of trashed right now. It serves its purpose now because I don't use it for polishing. I use it for like wiping away excess Gundam marker stuff. And it being the way it is actually works quite well. I wasn't afraid of partially appearing on screen. I could have the camera pointed slightly higher. But then it would be me slightly on screen as well. I don't want that. If I just like sat with my hands outstretched properly, it would work better. I feel like the desk is so tiny for space. Like I could put the camera slightly to the left. That's what my tracking camera is. And of course, the cutting mat's only so big, which is why this is zoomed in. Alright. Something like this, it works a bit better. I can get it on screen while not simultaneously not being in screen myself. Don't use a posture redeem because it's definitely not being adhered to right now. I'm leaning over. I mean, look at how well it's goes on camera, but like the difference between the vents on one side and the other, that is night and day. And it's just using gray on gray. Like, I used to use black on the gray parts, but they're not that dark. Sometimes the black lines looks too strong. Where's gray? I mean, I probably gotta go back where the navy blue parts with black because they are much darker. Every time you rotate the piece, you find a new part or detail the panel line. And you'll never see any of this. I mean, it's on display while I'm building it, so. I did consider building the entire thing just as a frame and then putting armor on afterwards. Which I know, the Perfect Grade Unleashed RX-78, that is supposed to be how you build it. Designed the build process that you basically go layer by layer, and I love the idea of that. Honestly, more Gunpla that has an intricate detail on the inside. I think they should do the build process and the instructions. Literally be layering it one at a time. So you build your frame and you put your armor. It's a really cool way to do it. Whereas if I did it with this, I'd have to keep going back and forth in the manual constantly, which would get confusing a little bit. A little bit. Thinking about it, the little hatch for the cockpit, is that meant to be grey or is that meant to be black? Orange. The cockpit, well, I suppose it is. The escape pod is technically orange. Suppose it'd be a tiny detail you could make orange. I wanted to. Not gonna. Love how I've been spending a while analyzing. I've not even finished one side of the torso. Basically, I think today's stream will probably just be the torso. And then the next one will probably be one of the arms. And then the next one will be the other arm. I feel like the head won't take as long. So, potentially. Say that now. I know I'll regret that. Regret what I just said. These parts here. I need to get like a, well, I mean, I've got a ring light up to the side for this, which I've borrowed from my sister. What I need to do is get maybe smaller key lights so I can have one on each side. It definitely make seeing inside this a bit easier. Because the light's there, but this part's in shadow. Okay, I can see better that way. Or if a light came from where I'm sitting, that'd be handy. Like a light over my shoulder. But then I might be blocking it. This is why 2 lights would be handy. Not just the one. Maybe I can have a redundancy. I'm not even sure if it's on camera right now. Things like this, the pour type would maybe be better. Marker is, or doing the whole process of like a gunk wash, where you just literally coat the thing and then wipe it off after like a couple minutes. In a way, it's kind of what I'm just trying to do. It will be slightly messy looking, but then I'll come in with this, and then I get rid of some of the excess. Why the thing's gone black on the edges? Messier than I was trying to. Hey, it's machinery. It's gonna get oil everywhere, right? Over partnering. Wait, did I do that part already? Concentrating. realizing I've only got the one side done so far. Okay, that was alright. Now the opposite side. That one up. The inside part first. Must be that. Into the ASMR part, isn't it? When I'm talking softly. If I could set it up right, so like, I feel like if I could set it up, like, would be actually proper ASMR building, that would be kind of cool. But then I'd be worried that Luna would come and bark and make you all deaf. She's quiet most of the time, but when something's annoying her, she'll bark. Which she of course do here on stream sometimes. I think the sound spring does help with that. But it's not too loud, but she does. I missed some bits in the front here. Oops. Left it a bit too much. No, I did not. hard to see sometimes. If it's grey on grey. If I use the black one, it would be like stand out a lot, but it might be too much. Yeah, even the white on there is a bit. The grey was that would mostly be hidden behind the heads, so you're right. Question: should I actually label these as ASMR? I don't have it tagged like that currently, but I don't know. Yeah, I should. I suppose ASMR is subjective, really. Some people it's a good thing, other people it's a bad thing. It depends on your own brain. What is it? Autosensory. I think what the M stands for, and then response. Oh no, yeah, autosensory. Might as well. Maybe. Maybe when I put the archive up on YouTube, I'll put ASMR in the tag and just like see if it gets any more views than the other ones. I mean, the background music's pretty soothing, right? That's always the thing, is like if it's too loud, it's not really ASMR-y. ASMR-y is a weird way. Words. I think I got most of the paneling done on this. It's the big here in the back. It's just like it might be ASMR, but I don't not aimed at being ASMR, I guess. Maybe that's my favorite type of ASMR sort of thing. It's like things that is like it's ASMR. Whisper, whisper, whisper. That stuff. Not for me. But I guess like Bob Ross sort of style where it's just like calming and creative. Even like if you watch like Adam Savage, who has any of his like live streams where he's like working away and not talking too much. The same sort of thing. Same with anyone generally. Something that's not meant to be ASMR, but ends up being it because it's just soothing. Proper groove, that's for a slope. One thing I can say is detailing Gunpla is probably the thing I love the most. Like, building's fun. But like the customizing part, detailing, that's because at that point, that's when you make it your own. Even panel lining, because everyone's panel lining will be slightly different. Like either like the intensity of it, the color you decide to use, because you could just go all black the whole thing, and it gives it more. Like even on the white parts, like, it gives it more anime feel. having all black. Whereas like having the mixture of different colors, it gives like the sense of shadow. And there's things like, you know, weathering and stuff, which I only ever doing like things like paint. Which to this day is really only one thing so far. Something I want to get back to doing is painting. Is enjoy it. It's just setting things up for it. I mean, I've never done a stream of it, but if I could set things up to do an actual painting stream, that would be so good to do. Like maybe take a Gunpla, build it on stream, like we high grade. Then I'll prime it with my airbrush off stream, and then hand paint it on stream, perhaps. I think it could be a really cool idea. I've not done hand painting, you know, brush painting. I've just mostly stuck with the airbrush because it looks easier. But in fact, I've only finished one Gunpla painting project. It's not as easy as you're thinking. I mean, I've placed the compressor, so it's actually a lot better, reliable than it was before. Just a matter of getting the mood to do it. I'm holding this part now, so I just do the panelings on it. Messed that a bit. A little bit. I think if you could hear the desktop, I dropped this. Oh, you can hear that, okay. It looks like a panel, but I know you'll never ever see this part. So my brain sees a recessed object like, I am this panel. Yeah. I mean, I've got the sound filter to thingy background noises. Because I don't like it when I can hear my chair creaking. Yeah, I can hear my chair creaking, but it's not picking up the microphone. Which is good. I don't like it. I should try to stream by just turning off all of like noise filters and stuff. See how it goes. The panel lining look noticeable, and I can see a little bit on camera. I'll do it for that for now. Like even if I put this down, sometimes you can hear it. Oh, that was put that down a bit too heavy. Felt like a really loud clunk to me when I put my water bottle down. Right. Joints for the shoulders and the neck. Cool. I need the H runner for all of it. Easy breezy. What do we need? We need 30 and 38. For one side. There's no 38. Number 30. And oh, this part here. Yes, it is. Ah, this is the neck. And 3 parts for each shoulder. Okay. 21, 22, 24 ones. This is right in front of me. I'll cut the 23 up as well. I'm doing it, positioning it out so I remember where each part is. We're all 24 on both sides. That's identical. Cool. Makes life easy. And 20 and 21. There we go. Side and 22 the other side. Wait, no, that was number 20, not 21. That's that side. That should be everything. Eat the note. I'm going quiet again. It's weird thing, like, I feel like when I go quiet, it's like, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I think there's always that belief that you should be constantly talking. Sometimes the chill vibes is about talking a little bit. Yeah, the opposite to like the Pokemon streams. Or voice acting everything. And ruining my voice in the process. Yeah, we have nice chill. Golden jet. Just to the neck first. And then the neck collar. I'm thinking it's funny that I started building this specifically because Gundam Evolution Season 2 started. And the new Gundam was released for that season. And yet now we're on Season 3. And we're only half built. Oopsie. I wish you could have a fixed day every week. Where I could say, I'm going to do the Gunpla. Unfortunately, some days I work, or some weeks I work weekends. Was it last weekend out? Or did I? No, wait. I think I planned to do this last Sunday as well. I just didn't. I think I was just like really exhausted. And the week before that I was working, so I think that's part of why. I think when I'm like super tired, the thought of setting up everything for the cameras and stuff, I'm just like, why? You just want to build, but you don't want to do everything else. I mean, it takes like 10 minutes to do it really, but when your mind's not in the right place, you're like, no. Everyone's just going, okay, we need this facing forward, and okay, these little tabs are front and back. Okay. I see the slots where they go into. We got one Gundam neck out, pushing a ball joint into there, like, ow, on the thumb. I'm going to panel this before I put in there because I will not be able to get into that angle. Right, stay there. Now the other parts. Some of these parts are like fairly easy to send. Some of them. All of them. Oh, there's Luna. Oh, there's a doggy barking outside, so she must bark back. As you do. The nature of dogs. I think I need to remember double check my Nightbot commands because they weren't working the last few days. And I can't figure out why. Because Nightbot still has mod privileges. They're all active in Nightbot itself, and yet somehow all the commands just don't work. Like you put a command in, and it's just like Nightbot's like, nah, bruh. Not listening. Might be time to retire Nightbot, I guess. I think I was planning to switch over to Stream Elements anyway, at some point. As much as Streamlabs very user-friendly, I don't like every time I open up, it's going beep, look at our new thing you can buy. No, go away. Our premium stuff. I don't care about your premium stuff. So I think with Stream Elements, I think you can actually rename the bot or like customize it without having to pay for it, like you can with Streamlabs. Could be wrong. Just having a custom bot would be nice. The Dodge bot. Dodgestar's Dodge bot. Camera. Logo. There it is. Okay, this is one side. I'll put it together so I don't forget about it. Okay, which way around is this going? That goes that way around. And then that goes that way around. Okay. Okay. And this goes. Oh, is there a correct way around for this? There is. Okay. And that is a shoulder joint. So it can pivot that way. It has another pivot here, another pivot there. That's a lot of pivots. Pivot. last piece for the last bit of the shoulder. I think after that, it's mostly the armor for the torso. I guess the torso's a bit easier because there's less moving parts compared to the legs. Yeah, that's fine. It's a nub on the end of a thing. It doesn't really matter because it's going to be slotted inside a joint, so you won't see it as much or at all. But the parts that are visible, that's the issue. Okay. That's that way. And we attach these into it, but, or I do, I'm going to panel them because it'll be awkward to get to it otherwise afterwards. That's the black one. I don't want that one. I want the gray one. Neck. Not really much to panel, but it's enough that, you know. That one's there. That's bodies for the neck. Right, now for these little shoulder joints. Which don't have much detail, but enough. Like on the upper parts of it, you can see it still. Which might be visible. Then as you panel the internal components, then when the parts are visible through the armor, it won't look so bare. Or there's no guarantee you'll ever see it. There's like tons of parts in like the legs we did that we will never see unless we take the armor off. But then the parts that, well, it bends, you'll see it there. do find my BGM very soothing. Actually, I turned it down a bit. Like it's there, it's noticeable. It's not like overbearing. Even if it's a tad repetitive. And the other shoulder. To attach the joints. Let's start with the neck. All right, which way is the front again? That way. Yes. That onto there. That onto there. I see how this is working. Finger. That. There we go. One side I'm really fine. The other side doesn't want to not want to go on though. There we go. Okay. And instructions are off. Cameras, you won't see this part. But you have to fold the end. I'm definitely folding that part out. You get that. Ingenious way of like mimicking a ball joint by making it look functional. It's literally a joint pulling outwards, pivoting. And a joint for every other direction as well. It's kind of genius. As opposed to like, hey, the ball joint. That's why it's a real grade, not high grade. Stretch. Stretch it all out. That's wait. All right. Part of the instructions I'm working on is camera, unfortunately. But it's all the armor to go around this. So F runner, J runner, I runner. Okay. No. But need the F and the J and the I. I runner. F. A waffle. How's it going? You just woke up? Here. Probably pretty early for you still, right? Alright. F18 and 19. There we go. How the build going? The build is going pretty good. Got the internals of the torso done. I'm getting ready for the armor. You know what? I'm going to cut the rest of the parts as well. 16, 17. I have the runner to hand. Well, it's handy. But I have to go back and get it again. There's a good point. The slot is towards the back. So. Yeah, that's on this side. We're gonna have all the navy color. 20 and 21 as well. Which are undergated, so that's nice. Any that's on this side. Anyone. And J Runner. Number 7 and 8. Not much left on the runner. J7. The J part, another piece. No. Yeah, may as well grab the vents off of this, which is I-34. Yeah. Relatively large vents, which is nice. OCD is real. Breakfast and lurk? No problem, Waffle. Right. No undergating on this part, fine. Undergating, need to be careful with this. I love how it says it's undergated. It's only undergated on the underside. It's like, Keep the point. Oh, thinking of my kits in my backlog that are nowhere undergated. The Master Grade 2.0 Hayaku Shiki. Obviously, it's got the gold plating on the armor. They designed that to be undergated, like all the armor. I mean, the internal frame won't be undergated, but the armor should be. That should make it nice and easy to build, as long as you're paying attention. Need to get some new standing sticks because these ones are kind of falling apart. There's literally a break in this one where it's like, it'll bend. They're really useful for getting in like in between parts. Whereas if you had like a normal file, you couldn't get in there. Right, well, you could, but it'd be more difficult. And this part goes up underneath here. So it's gonna be tricky to get in there. Oh, maybe not. There we go. Is that in right? I think it's not. Didn't fully. Maybe it's meant to have a tiny gap so you can see the arm underneath. Good thing I paneled it already. Yeah, I think there's maybe a tiny wee gap there. You can see the armor. Or through the armor even. That's pretty cool. I thought it was just misplaced, but no, it's definitely fully in there, I think. Yeah, no, because the other parts won't go any farther. That is deliberate. I think the actual navy blue parts will cover it over, though. Very nice, though. I understand why when this came out, this kit, people were like, oh my god, this is revolutionized rail grades. And yeah, I've only built one rail grade before. No, two, sorry. I built the RX-78 and the AL Strike. I have a Mark II as well. But I haven't built that. I technically have Skygrasper too. But I just took the other launcher packs and made a makeshift perfect strike. People say, hey, early real grade syndrome, their joints will be weak and stuff. And it's like, considering how long ago I built the AL Strike, and then now I've given it the sword strike and the launcher striker and one of each arm without the backpack to help hold it up. It's holding onto it extremely well. I feel like the joints getting weaker over time is because people move them around too much. But, you know, everyone's experience is different. Yeah, some people seem to love the whole plastic on plastic joints rather than polycaps. I'm like, I don't understand fully why. Really, well, I suppose polycaps will loosen over time. But then surely plastic as well will scrape each other over time as well. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't no expert. I'm just a dude who loves giant robots. And spaceships. I need to do like a building chat with one of my armor kits as well. An AT-AT 144 scale builds at some point. As well as the 172nd scale TIE Fighter. Yeah. Quarter past 3? Okay, my time. I do have a hard cutoff today. Like, I have less than 2 hours left. As long as this feels smooth, it's fine because you won't see it. the rest of the armor. It's had an undergate on it, didn't it? Ooh, crap. Dropped it. Okay. Yeah, the nubs are on top as well. I guess we had to do this. Like, just wrong the file. The 2 peaks. Worked well. Kept it nice and level. Looks good. Right. This goes on, yeah, right here. And the detail is covered. Right. It goes here. That's a really stiff part. There we go. That played down a bit. Only has the one part where it clips onto. Oh, wait a minute. Tiny gap still there though, in the armors. Or so you can kind of see, of course, you see that vent through it, which is nice. Faintly through it. Little undergate. Good place to start with real grade. Interesting question. Good thought. Some people say that older ones have what's known as early real grade syndrome, which means they're like, some of them are hand grenades. But maybe not the early-ish ones. Especially not something like this Data Gundam, that's for sure. Maybe even just one that you like. Right, you've mentioned, Bob, you like Gundam Wing, right? There is a real grade of the Wing Gundam. Apparently it's meant to be really good. Of course, it does have a transformation gimmick, so that might be an issue. Or making it complicated. Oh, there's actually a real grade of Toggies. Pretty sure there's a real grade Toggies. That might be a good one. But if you also say, like, this is one of, like, where it became very, very good. Like the Exia, but never seen 00. Is there a real grade Exia? I forgot there was one. Honestly, just go with what you like. That's an early one. Yeah, I always find that the whole early real grid syndrome is a bit exaggerated. Right, sure, some of them are a little more flimsy. Just keep that in mind. And some parts you might want to glue on because some of them are a little off. But honestly, for the most part, I built 2 early real grids. Some parts are a little fiddly, but beyond that, they're actually really good. I mean, I know on both my Granddaddy Gundam and my Right Gundam, I do knock the V-fin off all the time. It just happens. But to be fair, I also knocked the V-fin off the Master Grade, so the V-fin will always ping off. No, I'd say just go with whatever one you like the look of. And when it interests you. Because if it doesn't interest you, then what's the point of building it? I'm pretty sure the only real grade that people say probably don't get is the Zeta Gundam. Is because it has a reputation of being a hand grenade. But other early real grades, maybe a little sensitive, but not bad. Yeah, let's see. Get some nubs off of these parts. I imagine the real grid X is probably quite fragile. Just because it's quite a thin looking one. But it'd be fun to build, I think. Basically, the best way to look at a real grade is just think it's a master grade but smaller. Because essentially that's what they are. Smaller master grades. As a result, a little bit more fragile. But they've gotten better over the years and become more sturdy. It's not ideal. But it shouldn't be visible when I put the armor on. No undergating on these parts. Yeah. Not snip off cleanly. Bit cleaner. going to start with the vents on the chest because seems more sense than putting this armor plate around it. Well, thinking about real grades, once I finish building this, I'm going to need to get myself a real grade Zazabi to go with it. I know that thing's a big chunky boy. I love that I kind of like those grills and then another grill going in front of it. It's solid. Why? Why did I do this to myself? Remembering something about real grades. Apparently, at one point, I've never seen this in someone else's YouTube channel. Like, there were a bunch of real grades that they teased ages and ages ago that never got made. Like, apparently, there was a concept or real grade ground Gundam and it never got made. It's like, why would you not make that? A real grade ground Gundam would be great. These parts, and then those parts go. I thought there. Thinking of something, it's not. I'm surprised it's not a real grid yet, because the Barbatos, right? Considering how popular it is, because you've got your high grade Barbatos, you've got your 1/100th full mechanics Barbatos, you eventually got the master grade Barbatos. I don't know, they had the high res one first, didn't they? The metal build, something like that. And then finally, the master grade Barbatos, which apparently is very, very good. No real grade though. suppose there's plenty of suits out there that are like underappreciated. Well, there's some suits out there that don't even have high grades, so that's kind of a shame. Something that always confused me, right? The Origin kits, high grades, freaking amazing. There's only one Origin master grade, and that's the RX-78, which had a master grade before it got the high grade of the Origin version. Whereas none of the Origin, like the Origin Zaku's, the ones that are actually in the show, don't have master grades. It's just one of those things like, Bandai, you realize if you made a master grade Origin Zaku, you can do what you did with the Origin high grade Zakus and make a shit ton of variants, which can be P Bandai as well, and print money. Considering how popular variants of the 2.0 Zaku still are, I think the master grade of the Origin one would be phenomenal. And it's a must. Especially considering the master grade Origin Gundam, well, there's a version of it that comes with LED lights, but there's optional to buy them separately so you can light up the eyes. So you'd expect an Origin Zaku to do the same thing. It'd be so cool. And I want one. I want one. Doesn't exist, but I want one. Yes, Bandai work in mysterious ways. Which is why things like the high grade Death Scythe Hell is P Bandai. Like something that P Bandai make, yep, makes sense. Other things you're like, why? I look as flat that part. I overfiled that a little bit. The other nub. Oh, there it is. Actually got this one fairly accurately. Not much to file. Love to see it. Love to see it. I love it when you cut something out so cleanly you barely see the nub yourself. It's rare, but it happens. Yeah. Can I get this part on? It fails, damn it. There we go. Now this is the upper armor. It goes on like that. Yes. Right, where was the nubs on these? I forgot. I don't like where that nub is. Don't like that. Whoop, crap. My mouse is getting covered in dust. Part's not looking as good as it should. The problem when you get a nub all on that outer armor surface is you kind of want to make it all uniform, so you can have to sand the whole part a little bit. And of course you take it back to being nice and clean rather than having sanding marks all over it. A bit better. Use this sponge. I've taken it out from the buffer left of it, and I bring it back to a bit of a shine. Not too shiny enough. I think I was gonna have to do it. Look. Too bad. I mean, definitely tell there it looks a little bit more matte than the part up here. This is this side. Really pretty good. Other side. Left side, right side. Do 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 do. The lyrics are king, but I remember that part. one. I think that should be hidden. There's like a tiny little mark. Can't seem to get. I think this is press. Well, it'll actually make undergated. No, I mean, I think we'll see it. Fine. Not too bad. Looks like the edge is a bit rough there still. Is that right? Yeah, looks fine. Okey-doke. Light this part up. Good. No, move these over there. That's that part done. We're up to here now. I think. Ah, there we go. So that's the last two parts that cover up the vents. So these are the sub cameras, I think, go on top of the torso. Also, can take the torso and fold it up in itself now. There we go. Oh, that's looking like a torso now. We got parts up here, parts under there, cockpit hatch. Voila. One torso. Or just up the panel in it. I'm going to save that until I'm finished building it. No, because there's the armor underneath. Now do the rest of it. Where are you paneling? Alright, I need H, A, and F. I runner anymore, do I? No. The F runner needs a few bits from this. We need number 24. Where's this part here? Which is undergated. How nice. Oh no, this is gonna be awkward. There's a part was underneath it. It looks really tiny. Okay. Part F. I may as well get that parts off. I might add it. I was thinking, why is I not using this part yet? But the backpack. 23, 24. Oh, right here. You're blending in rather well. 22, which will be the right side. And 23 will be the left side, right side, yeah. Looking at the thing backwards. Okay, and let's get the cockpit hatch up here as well. 29. Gives me grabbing the runner again. All the parts I need for the rest of it. And runner muted. Or oopsie. I'll use this one. The blunter one for getting off the runner, and then this for trimming. Need a runner, H runner. A runner. Need number 1 off of this. Ah, yep, clear piece. And number 29 as well. The cockpit hatch. That for a second. That should be everything for the A runner, right? Always say funny how this part here is very squidgy. Beam saber part. Like it's all solid and this is just squidgy. Really shows an example of like how they build this stuff. Whereas like this is clear and it's like solid. But the beam saber one's kind of squishy. Kind of nuts how they build these stuff. Using multiple different plastics, different heat techniques. All right. This is the H runner. Number 18 off of this. Number 18, there it is. Little antenna. Anything else for number H? No, just need that number K. Okay, here we go. Okay, number 9. Ah, there it is. Right here. Okey-doke. All right. Let's get this little bit here. Little antenna part. Which both of the nubs are on the peg. That is perfect. Make sure it's flat and then that's it. Now, which way is this facing? That way. Also, it'll be potentially painful to plug this one in because it's pointy. Yes, antenna. Now, this right here might be an issue because it's a tiny clear piece into another tiny piece. And this one's undergated as well. Okay. Actually, being undergated is a good thing. They're up to initially file it in. But the back of it is undergated. Little parts like this on real grades are so fiddly. I think it's starting from the legs and moving upwards. You know what I mean? So you go from like the bigger parts to the smaller parts as you go along. It's kind of a good way of doing it because that way you're getting practice as you're building. Then when you get to like something like the head, which has a lot of tiny parts, you should be confident enough in it. In theory. Always in theory. Now the clear part. Didn't air quotes give me any problems. tiny little pieces. Bane of my existence. This is why I should maybe build more master grades. Just because they're bigger. Now, which way around does this go inside of it? Like that? Actually confusing to look at. Like, it shows you like an orientation, but it's like, what is that orientation? I think orientation is that way. I think. Yeah, there's a little clip into it here. Okay. Three. And like that. There we go. Got it. That is being the most fiddly piece on this entire kit so far. And the rest of the clear part clicks into the base. Clicks into the base. Oh, that's squint. Clicking in and out of the way. Maybe just sand that tiny bit more. And there's like a tiny piece of nub left. It's hard to see on it. There we go. Got it, I think. Just had to go stand it a little bit because it's a very tight fit. Oh. Now, these parts. And the cockpit hatch. I can barely see what I'm doing. Get the nubs on this properly. I did. I have some fiddly panels. Okay. No. Which part am I holding? That must be the right. Yeah, maybe. I think so. Yeah. Wait. Let's see. Missed a tiny bit. I'm just clean that cleanly in the other one because I didn't see it. Okay, that's fine. Into the block. Yeah. And now the cockpit hatch. All these parts. And yep. And on the blue, it's undergated, at least at the bottom of it. Right. And just, yeah. This part, yes. And where are the nubs in this again? I go, there we go. There, and there, and there. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong standing stick. There it is. Just trying to do it that way. Okay. Like, this nub will probably be covered up by the air armor, but with it anyway. It's all right. Oop. I just flipped over my hand. Hilarious. the red. Right. Where were these nubs? That part there. And 22 nubs near the tip. Okay. Yeah. Dust. All right. We'll add it at the bottom. This slot in. Put it in there. And we slide it up. Pretty smart way of doing that, actually. Pretty big hole to put it through and then slide it right up. And it's not centered right, though, is it? And it's a matter of slotting this on the front. And there's a cockpit hatch. Oh, wait, I split it up. Got the cockpit hatch. It literally slides up and down. There we go. And then cockpit onto the bag, and then place in place. And you have one upper torso of a new Gundam. Now for paneling. Now just adding that cockpit hatch finishes it off nicely. I feel like I overdid it a little bit with the paneling on the top of the neck area of the collar. Maybe a little bit. Get away from it. Away. Focus on this. Just straight up start with the brown on the vents. Yellow. And just like that, voila. Vents. You could have used gray, but when you use brown on the yellow, it just makes it feel like natural shading. All the gray. Which I might come back over and do the black on the blue actually later, but I'm gonna build the whole thing and then decide I want to redo it. Then the gray on the legs. Continue with that for now. One side. You can't even see it on the other side. It shows how something so simple and aligning adds so much depth. I was thinking, when I'm like wiping it, try and do it downwards as well, because if you do make it streaky, then it makes sense for gravity. It's going down. It's bumping into the microphone there. My bad. Just get it outside my head there. back over some of the other lines I did earlier. Is faded a little bit too much. Only when doing it this, I realized how. Right from the real grid, the way they've done the new Gundam's torso, it really feels like he's freaking ripped. Like he's got killer abs. Some of the multiple layers and like the hard edges is like. Which when you compare it to like the OG Gundam, and think, oh yeah, this is Amuro grown up as well. So it's like, yeah, he's a man now. Not just a boy. Is on the blue. It is hard to see on the blue. I'm definitely considering once I finish everything, I'll just think, do I want to put black on the blue instead? It is pretty dark. A little bit. And close my face so I can see because the awkward bits around the sub camera. I might go back over the blue panels with the black. I mean, suppose if I make a mistake with the grey right now, you won't actually see it on the black or the dark blue. Or if they're using the black, it definitely. Actually, I didn't know. I forgot that flopped down. I think I've got everything. Kind of hard to tell because of the dark color. Need to go around the edge of the cockpit, I think. That looks pretty good. Now let's add a torso. There's a bit of dust on this. You know my shit. Sitting on the desk for what, 2 weeks? As we did last time, I think, maybe. There we go. Wooden torso. Get all these nub marks out of the way. All the dust and stuff. I should have done it before I was doing it. I wasn't leaning into it, but. And thus, the new Gundam has a torso. Next up, the arms. Let's see, how long is the arms gonna take? Put some stickers as well. This is the right arm. Half the page there. And okay, it's like just short of a page. The left arm's okay, that's quicker than the legs. But then you have the shoulder arm as well. Perhaps next time we can get both arms done, just the one. But you know, that being like 3.5 hours to get the torso done, that's not too bad. I think it will be. It's not standing straight. Sometimes. I need to take a nice photo of this. I think. Pop on Twitter later. With the progress we have made so far. Camera. Close that way so I can see better. It always gives that really good angle. Now rotate it around. You can see the back of the torso. Something like a little light on the chest. Not a clear part. It's not very easy to see. All right. Cool. I think that is where I'll wrap it up today because I only have, well, like less than 30 minutes left before I need to end anyway. So I'm going to wrap it up here. And are my commands working? Let's find out. If you're lurking and enjoying the stream, I do try to do this relatively often. And I do world once a week, but it seems like it's more happening every other week, if not every once a month sometimes. The joys of mercenary life. Your work schedule changes every single week. Anyway, you can also follow me over on Twitter if the command's working. It is not. I need to fix those. Or like remake them. Alright. We'll see. There's my Twitter. And then you also have my YouTubes, where you can find archives. There's also should be a Discord link down below in the About section as well. Hey, thanks so much for the follow. Is that Japanese or Korean? I can't quite tell. Well, welcome on anyway, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. Right now, we are going to go on a little raid. And I do believe, yep, Maru DeCinco is live. She dropped by earlier, so let's go give her some love by giving her a raid. I believe she started building the aerial Gundam. Yep, she has. Let's drop on by Maru DeCinco. Let's see. Get the raid message ready. Of course, my keyboard's way over here. How much of that did my spell? Let's find out. My God, I spelled it correctly. I'm trying to lean over. Yep. Follow our message. And if you are a sub, you can also use the lovely launch. Starship for my logo. Love it. Anyway, let's go. Raid Maru DeCinco. And I'll see you. Oh, thank you very much. Ah. Dandu124. Is that auto-translating for me? Ah. Yeah. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for the stream. The follow. And we're going to go raid one of my friends. There's another VTuber who's also doing Gunpla. I'm going to drop by Maru DeCinco. And I will be back on Wednesday. Yes. I'm working the next 3 days. We'll be back on Wednesday for probably to finish off Pokemon Violet. Possibly finish off. I think we will. And then, I mean, tomorrow night I might, emphasis on the might, do a little Gundam Evo stream, a wee short one. But wait and see how I feel. Anyway, Let's go raid Maru. Now, see you around the cosmos. AJ Dodgestar. Signing off.